फ्रेंड्स आपण मानकु मो यूट्यूब चैनल स्वागत। आज आम डिस्कस करवा OSSTET एग्जाम रो पेडागोजी क्वेश्चंस। आपण माने जदि चैनल ले प्रथम थर पई वीडियो देखछन्ते चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर रखंतु एवं आगामी OSSTET एग्जाम पे प्रिपरेशन करछन्ते जदि वीडियो को निश्चित देखंतु। चलंतु देखिबा यार प्रश्न कोन रहिछि। OSSTET एग्जाम रे हमर 50 मार्क्स रो पेडागोजी आछि। Which of the following is not a characteristics of learner-centric learning? निम्नोक्त मध्यरु केउटी learner-centric learning रो characteristics नुहे? Teacher and students evaluate learning together. Teaching leads to increased student learning and long-term retention. Approach is compatibility with interdisciplinary investigation. Emphasis is on communicating knowledge effectively. एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन बी। टीचिंग लीड्स टू इंक्रीज स्टूडेंट लर्निंग एंड लॉन्ग टर्म रिटेंशन। एहा तार कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स नुहे। Who said curriculum is a written plan? किए करिकुलम इज ए रिटिन प्लान बा करिकुलम गोटिए रिटिन प्लान बोली कही थिले? रेगन, टेलर, अल्बर्ट, स्मिथ, स्टैनली एंड सोर। एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन डी। स्मिथ, स्टैनली एंड सोर। The following statements are the function of SMC except review coverage of courses or studies, supervise the daily instructional activities, intimate the PTA and the district officer about the grants received and utilization thereof, monitor the identification and enrollment of and facilities for learning by disabled children. एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन बी। सुपरवाइज द डेली इंस्ट्रक्शनल एक्टिविटीज। To maximize the return on investment from the organization's human capital and minimize functional risks is the objective of physical resources, human resources, financial resources, community resources. एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन बी ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस। A child is talking with his friend and says, "Mine is Godder." Which theory of language acquisition best explains the use of Godders? Skinner theory, social cognitive theory, Chomsky theory, none of the above. एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन बी ऑप्शन सी नॉम चॉम्स्की theory. According to sociocultural theory of Vygotsky को social cultural theory, the child thinks in different domains does not take a complete perspective. Culture and language play a crucial role in development. Children think in abstract terms if presented abstract mineral at a lower age. Self-directed speech is the lowest stage of the scaffold. एहार आंसर हबो ऑप्शन बी कल्चर एंड लैंग्वेज प्लेज ए crucial role in development. The need and purpose of educational management is to enable the right pupils to receive the right education from the right teachers. ହୁ ସେଡ୍ ଇଟ୍? ଏହା କିଏ କହିଥିଲେ? ଗ୍ରାହମ ୱେଲଫୋର୍, କାଣ୍ଡେଲ, ଜେ.ଭି. ଥମସ, ସେଲି ଉମନ୍ସ। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ ଗ୍ରାହମ ୱେଲଫୋର୍। Which theory of concept learning use the characteristics of concept to define them? Prototype theory, rule driven theory, exemplar theory, both A and C। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି ବୋଥ୍ ଏ and ସି। According to Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development, at which stage people make decisions based on loyalty, living up to the expectations of others and social convention, social construct, interpersonal harmony, universal principle, law and order। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ବି ଇଣ୍ଟରପର୍ସନାଲ ହାର୍ମୋନି। Which of the following Sternberg's theory of intelligence focus on academic proficiency? Componential subtheory, experimental subtheory, conceptual subtheory, all of the above। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି all of the above। In which stage of cognitive development a child can think logically about objects? Sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, formal operational। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି concrete operational। Ria is a 10th class student in your history class. She seems to have a good understanding of the content. That is, she can recite for you the dates and place of the events you have covered in class. However, when you ask the class to defend a point, she often uses the wrong information to support her points. Ryu most likely needs help in increasing her prior knowledge, procedural knowledge, declarative knowledge, conditional knowledge। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି conditional knowledge। The degree to which an assessment actually measures what is it supposed to measure is known as validity, reliability, practicality, ethics। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ ଭ୍ୟାଲିଡିଟି। In a constructivist classroom as envisioned by Piaget and Vygotsky, learning is dictated by the teacher and the students are passive recipients of the same, happens by pairing of stimulus and a response, each offering of reinforcement by the teacher, is constructed by the students themselves who play an active role। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି is constructed by the students themselves who play an active role। The teacher can utilize both assessment for learning and assessment of learning to monitor children's progress and set appropriate goals to fill their learning gaps. Now, children's progress and achievement level, now learning needs of child, and select teaching strategy accordingly. Assess children's performance at periodic interval and certify his or her performance। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ବି now children's progress and achievement level। NCF 20 2005 proposes the evaluation system should be based on grades, marks, portfolio, both A and B. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ ଗ୍ରେଡ୍ସ। To provide a common platform for the state and the center to share their views about improving educational standards is one of the objectives of NCERT, CET, CABE and NIPA। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି CABE। In learning, assessment is essential for grades and marks, screening test, motivation, fostering the purpose of segregation and ranking। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି ମୋଟିଭେସନ୍। Who believed that every person could achieve their goals, wishes and desires in life when or rather if they did so, self-actualization took place? Jean Piaget, Carl Rogers, Eric Erikson, Robert J. Sternberg। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ବି କାର୍ଲ ରଜର। Leadership motivates the people to work and not the power of money. This concept is related to ए कनसेप्टटी क्या सहित रिलेट अच्छी सपोर्टिव मॉडल, कस्टोडियल मॉडल, ऑटोक्रेटिक मॉडल, कॉलेजियल मॉडल। एहार आंसर ହେବ ऑप्शन बी कस्टोडियल मॉडल। According to psychologist Adams, the learning and forgetting is the learning and forgetting कौन? Forgetting means failure at any time to recall. Forgetting is failing to retain. Forgetfulness is voluntary. True learning is judicious forgetting। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି ଟ୍ରୁ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଇଜ୍ ଜୁଡ଼ିସିୟସ୍ ଫର୍ ଗେଟିଂ। Which component represent the actual mental process used for the execution of a task, like task perception, concept identification and response making? Meta component, component sub theory, performance component, knowledge acquisition component। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି performance component। The benefits of formative assessment include all of the following except guides teachers in deciding what they need to do tomorrow in terms of instruction, provides various scores for teachers to average into a grade, gives teachers the opportunity to make immediate adjustment in their instruction, provides feedback to help students adjust and improve their performance। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି provides feedback to help students adjust and improve their performance। Which approach of management stands for the function of elimination of waste in all forms? Guest benefit approach, manpower approach, social justice approach, none of the above। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ ଗିଷ୍ଟ ବେନିଫିଟ୍ ଆପ୍ରୋଚ୍। The following are the characteristics of self-learning except can fulfill the needs of the student. The programmed instruction method reduces the problem of the group learning. Stimulus response in this method motivate the students, none of these। ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି stimulus response in this method motivate the students। Why might a teacher choose to use an analytic rubric for his or her students' oral presentation? Because he or she wants to judge the presentation as a whole, because he or she wants to use a rubric that can be created quickly to give the students specific to grade the presentation quickly. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option C. To give the students specific feedback. The first column for which matching is made is called option premises, responses, direction. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option B. Premises. The following are the characteristics of mental development in adolescence except ability of problem solving, self criticizing and evaluation, symbolic and preconceptual thought, increased rational self control. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option C. Symbolic and preconceptual thought. Who viewed intelligence as how well an individual deals with environmental changes throughout their lifespan? Robert J. Sternberg, J. P. Guilford, Noam Chomsky, Lev Vygotsky. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option A. Robert J. Sternberg. Which type of attention involves the ability to pay attention to two sets of stimuli at the same time? Selective attention, divided attention, adapted attention, bidirected attention. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option B. Divided attention. The second MLE workshop 2006 was conducted for preparation of curriculum, identifying the themes as per national curriculum, preparation of instructional materials in 10 languages. All of the above. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option C. Preparation of instructional materials in 10 languages. Which of the following is not a merit of small group learning? The level of achievement increases, the enhances the leadership quality, it clears the doubts in learning immediately, motivation is developed among the learners. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option D. Motivation is developed among the learners. A teacher makes use of a variety of tasks to cater to the different learning style of his or her learners. He or she is influenced by Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory, Piaget's cognitive development theory, Kohlberg's moral development theory. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option A. Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. Which of the following is the first decision that needs to be made when developing a portfolio? What goes in it? How and when are the entries selected? What should it look like? How is the portfolio evaluated? ଏହାର answer ହେବ option C. What should it look like? The content of a portfolio is largely based on the goal and purpose of the portfolio, the characteristics of the student evaluated, the length of the portfolio, none of these. ଏହାର answer ହେବ option A. The goal and purpose of the portfolio. Which of the following is used as a guideline for designing a grading system? Create a system that is clear, understandable and consistent with school. Base grades on observable data. Sign grade constantly. ग्रेडलेस ऑफ गार्डनर क्लास और सोशियो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन डी ऑल ऑफ द एबव। आर्ट इज वेरी इफेक्टिव मीडियम ऑफ exposure to social phenomenon, self-expression and communication, development of moral values in life, expressing the hidden knowledge within the child। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन बी सेल्फ एक्सप्रेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन। Which of the following is not a merit of learning centered approach? Learners find interest in learning in fosters in learners a sense of cooperation. Students mostly depend on teachers. Emotional problems of learners are probably channelized। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन बी इट फॉस्टर इन लर्नर्स ए सेंस ऑफ कोऑपरेशन। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन सी स्टूडेंट्स मोस्टली डिपेंड ऑन टीचर्स। Which of the following does not refers to Vygotsky theory of the turn of proximal development? The range of problem a child can solve it given some assistance. Children cognition remains limited by pre-operational mode of understanding. Children acquire cognitive structure from cultural and social interactions. Parents and teachers can foster cognitive development। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन बी चिल्ड्रन कॉग्निशन remain limited by pre-operational mode of understanding। The concept of accommodation in Piaget's development scheme implies that these are cognitive structures, incorporation of something new in the environment, modification or change of an old scheme to learn a new scheme, maintaining balance between child and changing equilibrium। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन सी modification or change of an old scheme to learn a new scheme। Development of self-assessment and peer assessment skills fall into which category? Assessment for learning, assessment age learning, assessment of learning। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन बी assessment age learning। ये प्रश्नटी आपण मानकर पूर्व एग्जाम रे मध्य आसीथिला। Which of the following is an advantages of peer assessment? Peer pressure and friendship can influence the reliability of grades. It enhances the time and workload of marking for teachers. Students learn how to criticize, evaluate and apply other generic skills during the process. Extroverted students can be marked higher। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन सी Students learn how to criticize, evaluate and apply other generic skills during the process। Who developed a theory of motivation called drive reduction theory of reinforcement? E.L. Thorndike, Kurt Lewin, Harry Hoploff, Carl L. Hull। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन डी कार्ल एल हुल। Assessment and examination should assess children's ability to recall a textbook language, assess according to the answer given in guidebook, assess children's ability to use his or her knowledge for problem solving and its application in the real world, assess by fixed rules of marking and ranking। यार आंसर हम ऑप्शन सी assess children's ability to use his or her knowledge for problem solving and its application in the real world। According to NCF, 2005, the purpose of evaluation is not to motivate children to study under threat, to label the children a slow learner, to identify child who requires remediation, all of the above. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି, all of the above. According to Erickson's theory, industry versus inferiority conflict is found at which stage? School age, early childhood, adolescence, adulthood. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ, ସ୍କୁଲ ଏଜ୍। Authoritarian model is more suitable for. Authoritarian model କାହା ପାଖରେ more suitable? Discipline, confidence, achievement, improvement. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଏ, discipline. Which of the following characteristics is not reflective of a cognitive view of learning? Changes in knowledge lead to changes in behavior. The outcome of learning is an observable behavior. Reinforcement is seen as information. Humans are active learner. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ବି, the outcome of learning is an observable behavior. The chief responsibility of the headmaster is to maintain school records, handle discipline problems, provide leadership in instructional plan, organize and administer the guidance program. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ସି, provide leadership in instructional plan. CCE include placement evaluation, formative evaluation, summative evaluation, evaluation of both cognitive and co-cognitive area. ଏହାର ଆନ୍ସର ହେବ ଅପସନ୍ ଡି, evaluation of both cognitive and cognitive area. आशा करछि भिडियोटी आपनको भल लागिथिबो। भल लागिथाय जदि निहाती लाइक करिवे एवं चैनल प्रथम थर पई देखथिले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करी रखिबे। थैंक यू।